Sonic Heroes is one of the many Sonic games that I have never gotten the chance to play, since SEGA seems to hate porting their previous games onto modern consoles. This means I can't critique the gameplay, but I have seen the cutscenes, and I do have a bit of criticism to give. The overall story's fine. It's a very simple premise, but the character interactions make it interesting. That's the kind of Sonic story I like. Simple but engaging. But where the story is at its weakest is when the characters are interacting with the other teams. And that is what we're going to discuss today. How to improve the interactions between teams. Before we get started in the video, prompts to the McGinnis experiment for the new Thoughts on Stuff logo. He's a good friend of mine and he's really good at photo editing. His channel will be in the link in the description. In Sonic Heroes, there are a few boss fights where you take on your rivaling teams. For example, Team Sonic versus Team Rose versus Team Chaotix versus Team Dark, etc., etc. Unfortunately, the reasons for the teams fighting is, at best, weak, and at worst, nonsensical. Here's a quick sum up of their reasons for battling one another. Sonic, marry me! No. Hey Shadow, good to see you're back from the dead. Hey, I'm gonna go stop Eggman. What, really? I'm gonna go stop Eggman too. Wow, we have the same goal. Maybe we should team up. Nah, that makes too much sense. Let's beat the crap out of each other instead. Good idea, buddy. I don't trust this greedy crocodile. I don't trust this greedy bat. Hand over the chow. Never! You must be the chow kidnappers! Okay, credit where credit is due. The reason for Team Rose taking on Team Chaotix does make sense. If I was looking for an animal kidnapper and some random guy walked up to me and told me to hand over my pet, I would be pretty suspicious of them. Now let's try and come up with good scenarios for the other teams to battle. Let's start with Team Sonic versus Team Rose. In Team Rose's story, it's revealed that Sonic has supposedly kidnapped Chicola and Froggy. Now, we as the audience discover that was actually Neo Metal Sonic using his shape-shifting abilities, but at this point in the story, Sonic is the prime suspect. So in this version of the story, Amy and the rest of Team Rose track down Sonic to Grand Metropolis to try and get some answers. When Team Rose finally catches up with Team Sonic, Amy comes off a little strong trying to get Sonic's attention. Sonic immediately assumes that this is just another one of Amy's antics, and tries to get away. Sonic running away simply supports the idea that he is guilty of the kidnapping, and this leads into a boss fight. Notice how in this version, Amy doesn't go full stalker mode and try and force Sonic into a marriage, because not only is that stupid, it isn't even consistent with her motivation in this game. Since Sonic didn't seem to know anything about the Chow kidnapping and seemed completely confused by their reasons for attacking him, this leads to Team Rose believing that Eggman has kidnapped Chicola and Froggy. Next up, we have Team Sonic taking on Team Dark. The reason for this is quite simple. Team Sonic comes across Omega and assumes that he's one of Eggman's robots, which they're half right. Before Sonic can attack the robot, a black blur suddenly knocks him onto the ground. As Sonic gets up, he sees Rouge and Shadow defending the Eggman robot. From Team Sonic's point of view, Shadow and Rouge are back working with Dr. Eggman, and from Team Dark's point of view, they just tried to attack their friend. This leads to a battle. During the fight, Sonic and Shadow would spout out some banter, with Sonic questioning how Shadow survived the fall, and Shadow wondering how Sonic knows who he is. It's a simple but effective way for these two teams to clash. Here's a similar reason for Team Dark to take on Team Chaotix. In Team Chaotix's version of Grand Metropolis, they are ordered to destroy every Eggman robot. Don't ask why Eggman would want his own robots destroyed, but yeah, much like Team Sonic, they interpret Omega as just another one of Eggman's robots and try to destroy him, which this would lead to a conflict between the two teams. Now, just for the fun of it, let's come up with ways for Team Sonic to take on Team Chaotix and for Team Rose to take on Team Dark. If you need a place to put them in the games, let's say you fight them at Hang Castle, because let's be honest, does anyone actually enjoy the Robot Storm boss fights? Come on, really? Let's start with Team Chaotix versus Team Sonic. It would start with Vector communicating to the guy that definitely isn't Dr. Eggman on his little communicator. The man would ask Vector to describe what he sees. Oh, I don't see much, just haunted castle, robots, a blue hedgehog, bones. The man would quickly cut Vector off. Blue hedgehog? Dispatch of him! Why? Is he the target? Yes, whatever, just dispatch of him. Whatever, you're the boss. Admittedly, this one is a little basic, but during Team Chaotix's whole story, they're more or less following orders from Eggman, so it's at least believable that if he told them to go attack Team Sonic, they would at least try to. For fun, maybe we could even have Knuckles reference his previous adventure with the Chaotix during the boss fight. Team Rose versus Team Dark was hard to come up with, since I really couldn't think of much of a reason for these two teams to fight. They really don't have anything that would stop the other from achieving their goal. So for this one, I'll just spitball a couple ideas that could lead to them fighting, and feel free to write down your ideas of how these two teams could battle. Once again, like the rest of my Team Dark scenarios, Team Rose could simply attack Omega and Rouge and Shadow defend him, but I feel like that would get old after a while. Another possible reason is perhaps Team Dark were talking about their battle against Team Sonic, so naturally Team Rose assumes that they're in cahoots with Dr. Eggman, and at this point Team Rose knows that Dr. Eggman, Metal Sonic, has kidnapped Chicola and Froggy. So much like how Team Rose reacted to Team Sonic, they try and interrogate them for information. Although, I can't believe in a million years that a team comprising of Amy Rose, Cream, and Big the Cat stand even a lick of a chance against Shadow, Rouge, and Omega. So I hope you guys enjoyed this discussion video. I know this isn't my normal content, but I thought I'd try this out. How would you make the Sonic Heroes battle? Leave your answers in the comments below. Have a good day.